The RODECASTER Pro is my favorite upgrade to my audio working from home. It is an amazing audio interface, mixer, and podcast studio in one. In this video, we're going to go through if this is the perfect upgrade to elevate your audio for Zoom working from home. Hi YouTube, this is the Elevate Project to help elevate your remote office productivity and online presentations working from home. Thank you for everyone that hit that subscribe button, and if we are meeting for the very first time, I'm Ryan. When it comes to Zoom, WebEx, or other video meeting platforms, I always say audio is the most important element to communicate your message. The RODECASTER Pro is a lot of things. It can be used as a standalone piece of tech to record your audio, no computer needed. And when connected to a computer, it can be used as an audio interface, mixer, and can be used on video conferencing platforms like Zoom. First off, depending on what you do working from home, this might be a bit of an overkill for your needs. Now, depending on your online presentations or maybe even teaching on Zoom, the features that this includes are going to be great and delivered in a nice all-in-one package for today and in the future. So let's take a look at some of the options that are built into the RODECASTER Pro. Here is the RODECASTER Pro. It connects to 1, 2, 3, 4 different XLR mics, and while connected to your computer, it also acts as an audio interface. So any mic or anything coming through the RODECASTER Pro will route the audio to any video conferencing platform like Zoom. Just remember, when you're in Zoom, you just need to go to Audio and ensure the RODECASTER Pro is selected. Now, with the RODECASTER Pro, there are a few great features that help make the Zoom experience better. My favorite feature is to monitor my audio while on Zoom. This is a feature where you can hear how you sound while you are speaking. So let's take a look at some of the options that are built right into the RODECASTER Pro. So let's go to mic number 1. And when we go into mic number 1, you're presented with these options you can tweak. When you go to microphone, you can actually, if you have a Rode-specific microphone, like a pod mic or a Rode Procaster, it will tweak it for the best settings for that mic. For our case, I'm using the SHURE SM7B, which is a dynamic microphone, so I have that already clicked. Next, you can actually tweak and change the sound of your voice using some of these audio processing tools built in. There's a high pass filter, noise gate, de-esser, compressor, and even an effects on board. So I'm actually only using a high pass filter, which is literally just ensuring that anything that has high frequency doesn't pass through. And I also don't use the noise gate feature. The noise gate feature basically is depending on the room that you're in or the mic that you're using. It really eliminates that background noise or room noise. Because my room is actually not that bad and the mic that I'm using has some really good sound rejection outside of its voice pattern, I don't have that on either. Now, what I do have on is what is called a de-esser. So those S's in sound or snake don't really capture as well and having like a really clean sound. Other than that, I don't use the compressor either. That's another feature just to tweak the sound. But when you change these features, you want to tweak it to how you want to sound. What I do use is the effects on board. Now there is the oral exciter, which you're going to notice that I don't have enabled. But I do have the big bottom just to get that broadcast bassy sound added to my voice. Now I can also disable that. So this is how it sounds with the big bottom off. So what's cool about that is I can put it back on and hopefully you can hear a difference. Also, with all the changes that I talked about here in the different menus with the high pass filter, de-esser, I can actually turn that off and turn it back on again. So again, you can really tweak this. The the way that you want that's built in right into the RODECASTER Pro. Now, as an audio interface, it is connected to this USB. So here, what's nice is I can actually include different sounds from my computer right in here. I have it on mute right now, just I don't want to get any feedback. But what's really nice to remember when you are using this feature is mix minus. So mix minus basically means that you won't get any feedback coming back to the Zoom call while I'm speaking, so you don't get that double echo. Here is if I'm going to get sound in from a phone, let's say I'm taking a caller in, or I want to offload some of the work away from my MacBook Pro and just have my MacBook Pro focused on the Zoom application, as well as maybe my presentation on Keynote or PowerPoint, I can take in other sound into the RODECASTER Pro, into Zoom through either an iPad or my iPhone, or for those of you that use Apple products, same thing, a tablet or an Android device through a TRRS cable. So I have that connected just through here, but this TRRS cable, you're going to notice that you have the tip and the ring and the sleeve. So here, this is a TRRS cable that you can use, and you can get your sound or any sound effects, etc., right through the phone or through a Bluetooth device. So how I have this set up actually is I don't use these features that much on Zoom calls, but what I have been doing is I've been taking business calls as well as conference calls through my RODECASTER Pro using my better mic, and I've gotten a lot of compliments doing that. The other thing is you're going to see here is sound effects. So it's got like applause, and you can kind of change this and the volume of how you want that on the Zoom call if you like. And it's got laughter, it's got scary, crickets, rim shot. Let's hear the rim shot there if you can hear that. And you can also change any of the preloaded sound effects on the mini pad, and here I've downloaded a few. So I have a DJ horn, able to hear that. I've even added Jeopardy music, so sometimes when I'm doing an online presentation or I'm doing different activities and they're taking some time, I have Jeopardy music going there, as well as Avengers, Hasta La Vista from Terminator 2. So just some fun things to kind of spice up an online presentation or call, which is kind of nice. Now, before I got the RODECASTER Pro, I used to run a separate program, GarageBand, that came with my MacBook Pro to tweak my audio and get the right sound I was looking for. Then use a different program to reroute that adjusted sound to my Zoom application, which means I was putting some extra work on my MacBook Pro, and having the RODECASTER Pro, it takes a bit of pressure off my computer to focus on just the Zoom application and Keynote or other presentation software to run smoothly for my online presentations. Now, the RODECASTER Pro has lots of additional features, and like I said, this is overkill if you are only using it for Zoom calls. If you are doing voiceovers or teaching online, thinking about doing a podcast, the RODECASTER Pro can do it all. Since getting the RODECASTER Pro, I literally use it every single day and use it as my audio interface for my computer. I have recorded voiceovers and, of course, recorded audio for this YouTube channel. The RODECASTER Pro is great on Zoom calls and other video conferencing platforms, and I absolutely love it. The RODECASTER Pro is not cheap, but if you're going to purchase a separate audio interface, mixer, MIDI pads, and Aphex onboard sound separately, this is going to be cheaper and in a smaller form factor. And again, it handles up to 4 XLR inputs if you want to expand in the future. If you found value in this video, hit the like button, and if you use the RODECASTER Pro for Zoom, let me know if you like it. Or if you don't like it, what do you use for Zoom? If you like content like this one, consider subscribing and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.